In this film in the series, I'm going to teach you how to train your dog to come back when you call him. This is the most important thing you will ever teach your dog to do, and if you only teach one exercise, this should be it. If your dog will come back when he's called, you can let him off lead and he can have all the exercise and fun that he needs. Most importantly, you can keep him safe from roads or any other dangers. Until you have spent some time training your dog to come back every time you call him, don't let him off the lead. Now, to train the recall, you're going to find it really useful to use the 6-foot training lead that we talked about in our introduction film. It's long enough that you can get a good distance away from your dog, but still keep him safe because he's on lead. One clip goes onto your dog's collar, and you can either hold the other end or clip that onto your belt so that your dog's secure and you've got both hands free. You're going to find this really useful in this exercise. So to help me show you how to teach your dog to come back when you call him, I've got David. Hey, David. Hey, look at you. The first step, as always, is to show the dog what you want him to do and lure him with the treat. So, get something that David really, really likes. That sounds good, doesn't it? Put it on the end of his nose and you're going to walk backwards. So you're teaching him that he should follow you. So David, 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 yay, good boy, yeah! And give him the treat when you stop. So practice this a lot until your dog really knows that he should be following you when you go backwards. Some dogs get this in a few sessions, others might take a few weeks, but just go at your dog's own pace. And step 2, as always, is getting the dog to offer the behaviour without the treat, and then the treat comes as the reward. So, David, look, I've got a treat. So going backwards as before. David, 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 yeah! And then rewarding him at the end. Be really up and positive, be fun for your dog to follow. Don't worry about feeling silly. Once you've practiced that a lot and your dog follows you every single time, it's time to move on to step 3, which is putting the name to what you've just taught. So you can use come or here, whichever word you like. So the first thing you do is use your dog's name, as you taught him earlier on, to get his attention. If a dog's not looking at you, he's not listening. After you've said his name, encourage him to come to you as you did before, and as he starts to move, put that word in, so that he links coming to you with that word. So it's always name first, and then the command. So David, David, come. Good boy. Yay, good lad. And then reward him when he gets to the end. After your dog's learnt what coming to you is called, you can start to practice it everywhere. If you've got someone to help you, a really good way is to play a game called Ping Pong Puppy, where you pass the dog back and forward between you, saying his name first and then telling him to come. So to help me today, not only do I have David, but I've also got Adam. Adam.
Hi.
Now, one of the things to remember when you're calling your dog is you have to have really big open body language to encourage them to come to you. If you lean forward, you're encouraging them to go away. So, Adam, do you want to call David? So say his name first, and then when he looks at you, tell him to come. And big open body language.
Come on, come
Brilliant.
on.
And give him a reward.
Good boy, good boy.
David, come. Oh, you're too good. And again, so
David.
say his name. Wait till we're looking at you.
David.
Yeah.
Come on.
Brilliant.
Good boy,
Well done,
good
Adam.
boy.
David. David, come. Yay, good boy. And you can practice this and have a lot of fun at it. Now, you're not going to let your dog off the lead until you know 100% that he's going to come back. So when you go outside to start with the great outdoors and all these distractions, you need to have him on your training lead. Either hold it or clip it onto your belt. David, ready? You remember? Right, David, come. Come. Good boy. And once you've practiced all of those 3 steps, you're ready to move on to letting him off the lead. The first time you do that, make sure it's somewhere enclosed, somewhere that he can't run off. So after you've practiced that so often that your dog knows to come to you when he's on the lead, it's time to take him off lead. Make sure you're in a really secure space that's safe. And the other thing is make sure your dog's focused on you and paying attention to you. David, remember, if dogs aren't watching you, they're not listening to you. So be really exciting and fun and up and really enthuse him. Always rewarding him. Remember to make it fun. Keep it really up and exciting. Ready? David, David, come. No, you'll get ahead of me.